What's up, Rainbow Warriors? It is me, Tarek BB, aka Indigo Prophet. Today I'm going to be sharing a verse from my new album, Ascension 777. If you guys haven't heard about it, you need to know about it. It's happening. It's really happening. The Ascension, the soundtrack to our evolution for light workers, healers, and empaths. This is your story. This is your message. These are your emotions that I'm sharing in the form of words and poetry and music. And I'm launching it on my birthday, March 24th. That's this Sunday. And we're pre-launch, so people are pre-ordering the album. And this is a little snippet of one of the verses from one of the songs called Leo Rising. And it represents the rising of that lion energy that's happening all over the planet, where people are becoming brave and lion hearts and courageous and stepping into their full power. So it was a fun rap kind of channel. I just channeled it, put it into Facebook. I was just like typing really fast and not really thinking too much and just having fun with wordplay, like playing with words and the flow and how things sounded, more so than how I normally write a song where there's more thought involved into really making sure the message is speaking directly to the type of person I connect with. So that's what happens when I just get out of my own way and have fun with it. So and it's a very powerful, activating song, and has a powerful healing for that being a freaking lion and courageous and bold and just playing bigger game and bigger heart and bigger dreams, all that. So here we go, verse 3, check it out. Little horn is born, addicted to forms of porn. Second coming to the storm, no more buzzing of a swarm. The humming of a chord, this is not an angel's harp. It's more like weather control, possession of our soul. Thunderbolts and lightning, not very frightening. At night I go sightseeing, connecting to light beings, receiving what light brings. To the top of Mount Zion I'm hiking. We used to be high priests and high kings. I say it clearly, but they don't hear me like Van Gogh. I broadcast the truth and they change the channel. Yes, I have faith, but I'll still tie my camel. They're trying to wipe out my whole race like I'm Tamil. So hate on the prophets and worship the fame. It's 1,000 years later, but we're still the same. If they come for you, simply mention my name. So give me freedom or death. Either way, we're coming again. Okay, so what I'm talking about here, Little Horn is Born is basically a Bible prophecy about the coming of the Antichrist, right? If you research book of Revelations, I believe, Little Horn is Born. So that's what I was talking about, is like the coming of the Antichrist. Addicted to forms of porn. So like there's like basically addicted to many forms of addiction. The second coming of this storm, it's like the second coming of this force, this dark force. No more buzzing of a swarm. So like no more bees, right? And the bees are dying, and how that's all connected to us. So there's no more, we're not hearing these bees anymore because we're destroying, we're polluting. The humming of a chord, this is not an angel's harp. It's more like weather control. So if you guys don't know anything about harp, research weather control, research chemtrails, because when you can create this kind of chemical warfare through chemtrails and through HARP, and then electromagnetically kind of microwave everyone inside of a city. That's what's happening. That's why I go control possession of our soul. Thunderbolts and lightning, not very frightening. At night, so for those of us who are more awakened, at night we go sightseeing. At night we have these astral dreams. At night we go sightseeing. We connect to light beings. Receiving what light brings. To the top of Mount Zion I'm hiking. We used to be high priests and high kings, right? So past lives, like we were, for those who have that spiritual wisdom, like we used to be these high priests, right? There was a time in ancient Egypt where the highest class wasn't based on money. It was like a spiritual wealth. Spirituality was kind of currency, and high priests were like above soldiers in rank and above kings. It was the high priests and high kings. We used to be high priests and high kings. I say it clearly, but they don't hear me, like Van Gogh, right? So Yeah, there's Starry Night, that beautiful song, Starry Night. If you guys haven't heard it, listen to it. And basically a song written in the 60s about Van Gogh and how like people didn't get him at the time, and Van Gogh cut his ears, right? He cut off one of his ears, so I say it clearly, but they don't hear me like Van Gogh, so it's just like wordplay. I broadcast the truth. It's like, here's the truth. And people are like, next, let's change the channel. Yes, I have faith, but I'll still tie my camel. So that's like, what did they call it? Like, it's a proverb. It's like an old saying. I have faith, but I'm not just going to leave my camel running about, right? I have faith in God, but I'm going to still tie my camel. So people like in the Middle East use that, or actually I've heard a lot of Jews also share that, or there might have been that book, I can't remember the name now, The Alchemist, maybe they talk about it in The Alchemist, I'm not sure, but it's a cool saying. And I grew up in Dubai and there were camels and I'm Middle Eastern, so it's part of my heritage. Like back in the days, Bedouin style. So I liked it. Yeah, I have faith. And it's exactly, it's like so many people in the spiritual community are like, oh no, I have faith, it's all going to work out. But they're not doing something like here in the 3D. Okay. I say clearly, yeah, I broadcast, and they're trying to wipe out my whole race like I'm Tamil. So Tamils, if you guys don't know, there's a genocide trying to kill off Tamils in Sri Lanka, close to Sri Lanka. They're trying to wipe out my whole race, like my Arabic race, my Palestinian race, Syrian race. So hate on the prophets, worship the fame. People making fun of Jesus and spirituality and music, and then they worship the fame. It's 1,000 years later, but we're still the same. Have we really learned from times of Jesus? If they come for you, simply mention my name. So when I say my name, I mean source, God, Jesus, whatever you believe in. So give me freedom or death. That's a powerful statement. Give me freedom or death. Either way, we're coming again. Whatever you do, we're going to come back again and fight the spiritual war. So guys, check out the links below. I would love your support in helping me get my new album out there, and I'll see you guys soon.